I imagine there's a lot of you that, like me, thought you'd done everything there was to do in Palworld. But have you ever done this?
The prophecy is true.
I know everything. Oh yes, my fellow Pal trainers. This is a fun one. Look, we all know at the very start of the game, we got told a very simple message. The towers are the key. The tree holds the truth. But, as you may know, and if you don't, I'm about to tell you, you can't actually get to the tree. Or can you? Yes, I am in the very heart of it, past barriers that no one else has been able to break, to actually investigate what said truth is. How cool is this? It's weird, and it's definitely one of those, you might be asking how I got into this situation, and yes, that is my base on the tree island, really far away in the distance, currently situated at the previously thought impassable invisible barrier. This is a wild ride we're gonna go on. So, before we get ahead of ourselves to this, how do we actually achieve all of it? Well, you want to go to the closest fast travel to the tree, though you can get there pretty much from anywhere. Just set out for it and go across the water. Obviously, with flying mounts, they just sit above the sea, getting stamina back if you're out, so eventually you can get anywhere, but this is easiest. I would heartily recommend that you have a jet dragon and be able to ride it. I realize that's level 50, but if you're doing this, you probably are. Otherwise, you're going to need a particularly fast or high stamina mount for this process. So initially, you want to head out towards the tree, and eventually you will slam into a big red wall of doom. Do not pass, that's enough, go away. The only thing is, they kind of forgot to make this wall infinitely tall. Now, you can climb on it and such, but if you have a full jet dragon, you just go straight up. And eventually you will come to the top. You can stand on the top, you can give your pal a rest, and you can have a look around at conquering step 1 of your journey. So, you then get back on and you fly continued towards the tree. Now you'll reach the real sticking point of this whole thing, which is the bigger invisible wall that surrounds the entire island, and this thing is insurmountable. Not been able to glitch through with various ways that we can glitch through the walls. You can't go over it, and even if you had infinite stamina, you still wouldn't get through it. You'd just be kind of high awkwardly above the tree, which isn't really our goal here. So, what's the plan? Well, first and foremost, we want to go to the big landmass at the back of the tree, because it's an amazing base location, and one I would heartily recommend for something a little bit different. It's just a lot of nice, flat, open land to build your perfect paradise upon. So you can sort of head round to the right, following this invisible wall, and you will eventually hit a second red wall of doom. Like with the first, you can go straight on up and over it. Doing so will let you progress round to the back of the island as you slowly slide against the wall and enter the big open space. Now here is fantastic. Yes, build a base here, because look, if I was to ask you where the best place to build a base on the map is, well, there's only one correct answer. Out of bounds. It really is quite fun. In any case, this is neat in of itself. Clearly, obviously, this tree area isn't finished. Clearly, obviously, it's supposed to be something eventually, because eventually the tree holds the truth will be a thing, and I imagine it will be like a late game area, maybe like a super wildlife sanctuary with new or higher level or boss pals swarming over it, and perhaps we will go into the tree, and in there we'll finally find out the release date for the Elden Ring DLC? Who knows? Honestly, anything could happen. But right now, it is placeholder, but that's not going to stop us. So once you've had your fun on this island, placing the base, all of that good stuff, what we want to do is use a little trick that I happened upon accidentally, and that is the bed phase. So if you go right up to the invisible wall, you can build past it no problem, you just can't get to it. So anything you build that needs you to finish building it too far, you can't reach, which is why you can't build a base through the wall, complete it, and then teleport to it, because you can't complete it. But what you can complete, if you get a line of foundations down, is a bed. So you place a bed down in the wall, finish it, sleep in the bed, get up, and now you're in the wall. Yeah, not past the wall, but in it. You see, this invisible wall of anti-treeness is quite thick, to the point where it actually kind of encompasses the entire area. It's less a wall and more a invisible ball that just sits around the tree, preventing you from being there. Though not anymore. So you can continue doing this strategy for as long as you want, deleting what's behind you, placing a new bed and a new roof, so sleeping, getting up, placing bed, sleeping, getting up, and you will move one bed sleep's length every time you do it, slowly but surely towards the tree. And this will work. You will eventually get to the tree, phase through the tree, and be in the tree with a line of beds. The only catch is it will take bloody ages, but if you're committed, well, you can go for it. It should be said, you can't build in the tree, you can't really do anything, because it is just this solid geometry that's invisible. It sort of is a bit weird, and that weirdness is what let us, well, do what you saw at the start of this. See, if at any point while doing your bed line past the wall, you start climbing, you will be sort of catapulted onto this invisible sphere and then start getting pushed towards the tree. Now, you can climb in any given direction to sort of nudge it in the right way, but generally you'll just sort of slowly drift towards the tree, which is where you want to go. You want to move left, stay on target, move up to not hit into the hill, and that's all good. Warning though, if you let go of the wall at any time, you will suddenly find yourself very wet in the ocean. Sadly, your pal mounts can't really help you out here. They can poke you back up through the floor to start again. You can try and get back to your bed line, but it might end up just pure resetting you and sending you back to your base, and it's a little bit awkward. What you need to do is just stay climbing until you get to the tree. Now, this is the part where, yes, you are going to need a lot of stamina, like a lot. I've given myself nearly infinite stamina for demonstration purposes so I can show you this happen, but if you want to do this without that, yeah, a lot of stamina, or you just finish the bed line slowly. So, with a lot of stamina, we start climbing towards the tree, speeding it up so we can actually get there, before Christmas, and we make it, and I become the first PAL trainer ever that I'm aware of. Someone might have found a different way that I don't know about, but, either way, this is what I did. To touch the tree and learn the truth! And the truth is that there's nothing in the tree! Oh my god, the fun was the journey along the way, and yada. Okay, yeah, as I said, it's not finished, there's obviously nothing here, but hey, we at least now know! We've seen the inside of the tree! It's just the hollow, you can look all around the island, very neat, see the main map landmass itself over in the distance, and just kind of drink it in. It really is quite fun, and yes, I did go all the way up top to sort of hover above the branches itself, see if there's anything up there. There is not, there's nothing on top of the tree either, and really, this whole experiment that took me hours upon hours to crack and do resulted in a whole lot of, well, that was anticlimactic, but hey, at least I'm here to share it with you guys, so you don't have to spend hours and hours building beds and climbing. Woohoo! The point is, though, it was a fun little experiment. It's not so much if we should, but if we can. And we can. finally break that barrier. I do find it very fascinating, this whole island, and I look forward to the day that there is actually a thing here for us to eventually explore or conquer or do something with. The outer area where you can build your base, again, is a fantastic base location, so that's certainly worth knowing about. And finally then, I will leave you with what happens when you let go of the infinite climb at the top of the tree.
The prophecy is true.
Yes, we have come full circle. Alright then guys, if you have any burning questions about this experience that are not covered in the video, do leave a comment and I will do my best to answer it. But for now, like you've enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more. Consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below. Until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.